The sunk cost fallacy, something that we as day traders absolutely need to be aware of. I've struggled with it. I continue to always be on guard against it. I've had the YouTube channel since 2013, so I've interacted with a whole lot of traders at this point, and it's a common thing that I see amongst traders, and it makes perfect sense with the way it works and how our minds are wired. It's not like anybody's stupid for doing it, but at the end of the day, we need to make sure that we stop ourselves from being stupid.
I'm stopping you looking more stupid.
And the way we're going to stop ourselves from, being stupid is, well, we need to be aware of the thing that's making us stupid. And that is the sunk cost fallacy. So if we're aware of it, if we've identified it, then we can start to work on it. So what is the sunk cost fallacy? The sunk cost fallacy describes our tendency to follow through on an endeavor if we have already invested time, effort, or money into it, whether or not the current costs outweigh the benefits. So should we follow through on an endeavor? Well, per the sunk cost fallacy, there are three things that is going to be based on: time, effort, and money. I'll say that again. If we're going to follow through on an endeavor, if we're going to keep on going, keep on grinding, that's going to be based on those three things: time, effort, and money. Notice what it's not based on. Is it based on good results? Is it based on any sort of logic? Is it based on anything that actually works out for you? No, none of those things are being considered. Only time, effort, and money. So why would our brains do this though? Why would our brains discount all these other things? Well, when you start to put time, effort, and money into something, you start to form a relationship with it, almost like a friendship.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
And when you have this friendship, quote unquote, develop, well, we're all at the core, we want to, be loyal to people. I suppose you could be a sociopath and just not care. But at the core, most people, we want to be, faithful to a relationship. We want to stick with it. And when you start to form those bonds, well, yeah, you're going to want to continue. Once more, take note. Nowhere did I say that this bond, this relationship is yielding you good results, is healthy for you, is, giving you anything that's actually benefiting you. That is not being focused on. It's just simply, well, time, effort, and money. So hopefully you're starting to see the disconnect here. And there's a couple ways where I see this show up time and time again within the world of day trading. And before I get to that, I want to just walk you through an example that they give. And it's not exactly day trading, but I'm curious if you can see how can we fit this into day trading. And it also offers what I would say is a very, very positive sign. In creating and selling product, deciding whether to continue or back out of a project is challenging, especially when time, effort, and money are poured into a specific venture. Now replace venture with strategy. Right? Because that's what our job as a day trader is. We've got to develop a strategy. And part of development of a strategy is, well, time and effort and putting money on the line. And when you do that in immense amounts, well, yeah, I've put so much into this. I put so much into this. And you want to keep going. Even if the strategy is knocking you out of your chair all the time, your mind really just does not care about that because, well, time, effort, and money have been put into this venture, into this strategy. By the rules of the sunk cost fallacy, one may prefer to continue with the project knowing that it may not be the most profitable or successful if the alternative is giving up. Now, earlier I mentioned a positive sign, and this is what I mean by that, is this is not for us as day traders. Now, in this situation, yeah, you might want to continue. It's not really working out, but what's my alternative? Giving up? No. That's not the case here for us as day traders. Sure, maybe giving up on a strategy, which can be very hard. Giving up on a strategy and needing to admit this is not working can be very hard. But it's not like you just have to give everything up. Not at all. The market is still there, and that is always a good thing. And that's something that you need to be focused on. Is, you know what? Yeah, this is not going so well, but at least I can still pursue it. Maybe not with this exact strategy, but I can still stay in the markets. And that is a very, very positive sign. Now, there are another way. So way number one, people get locked into a strategy and the strategy is not working. It's not giving them the results that they want. And they just keep going with it. Like I said, I see this time and time again. Well, Clay, I've been working on this thing and then they give me a time, right? So there's the time and effort aspect. I put all sorts of blood, sweat, and tears. There's more effort. And I mean, if you wouldn't imagine the amount of money that I've kind of lost along the way as I fine tune this, and every losing trade gives me something more to learn about. And, and you can just see it like, okay, you're continuing on a path where you have plenty of data to see it's just not working. But because of all these other things, time, effort, and money, you continue with it. Don't be like that. The second way I see this pop up quite a bit is through the educational space. People pay for a program, pay for a course, and this is coming from somebody that does offer a program. So I like I said, I'm not trying to slam anything. I'm being very real. And you just got to be very honest with yourself about it. But I've seen it where, well, I've spent, XYZ amount on this course. So I'm going to keep at it. I'm going to keep doing this strategy. I'm going to keep doing whatever this is teaching me. And you're just looking and saying, but you're not getting what you want. You're not really, don't seem to be learning. You don't seem to be absorbing the information. You don't seem to be comprehending what's going on. No, but I mean, I've been working at this for really hard. Again, there's effort for a really long time. Well, there's time. And I'm almost ashamed to say how much I paid for this class or course or program, whatever you want to call it. There's the money. And they just stick with some sort of educational program that isn't actually working for them, but they just stick with it because they have that friendship and they just want to keep going with it. And that's just, not the spot that you want to be in. That's a spot to either turn yourself eventually broke because money will eventually run out, or you're going to create frustration for yourself and you're never going to, find the success that you want. And, that's all normal. And it's all normal. And kind of the cherry on top of why this is such a powerful fallacy is because never give up, never surrender. That is a good attitude to have. We all kind of have that wired into us growing up, or hopefully we do, of the whole, well, you know what? Keep on going. Don't give up. Never surrender type thing.
Never give up. Never quit. Because you're too legit to quit.
Which is just terrible to have in trading. You know what? It's okay to be wrong, especially in a trade, right? You got to cut the losses. You got to, admit you're wrong, get out of the trade. The same can be true when you're trying to figure out those strategies. Sometimes just cut the loss. What is the loss? Well, time, effort, and money. You've got to be able to cut those things too when it comes to developing a strategy with qualified and valuable rules. And that's where, there's no black and white. There's no holy grail system. That's what makes trading hard, because you have to go out there and figure those things out that best fit your schedule, that best fit your personal risk tolerance. But there's also that fine line where it's like, are you sure are you just doing this because of time, effort, and money? Or are you still doing this because there is a legitimate chance that you will get the results you want, that you will get the outcomes that you want? And if there is, okay, then cool. Keep going with it. But make sure you're not allowing the sunk costs that you already have into it to continue on pursuing it, because that's where the fallacy part comes into play. So I hope this helps. I hope that if you've never been aware of the sunk cost fallacy, you are now aware of it, so you can give yourself a good, honest look in the mirror and figure out, is this something that's influencing you? And if it is, well, then maybe it's time to just, like I said, cut the losses, move on to a new strategy, move on to a new educational program, and just put that, those other costs behind you, because, well, they are sunk. They're in the past. There's nothing you can do about it, and they should not be influencing any future decisions. So hopefully this helps. If you have any other sort of, logical fallacies that you see pop up within the world of trading, comment down below. Maybe I can do a video on one of those. But yes, the sunk cost fallacy, a nasty bugger. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up, as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.